Greetings, everyone. This is Mother of Aman, and I'm coming to you on an early Sunday morning. It is April the 19th, and how's everyone doing? I just wanted to talk briefly about our present reality, what seems to be going on, in my opinion. We are indeed living in different times. We are in the middle of what appears to be a crisis of epic proportions. The mainstream media tells us we are in the midst of a pandemic. So, because of this pandemic, we must stay inside. You can't go to work, you can't go to school, you can't go to worship, you can't go to any sporting events or come together as a community to celebrate anything. No going to the movies, no going to workout facilities like the Y, no going to local playgrounds to, you know, play basketball, watch the kids play basketball because they've unscrewed the backboards or they've taken the rims off of the backboard so that the young guys in the area have nothing to shoot the ball through. And there's no going out to dinner, which could be a good thing, although there are some restaurants in my general area that I do frequent because they have, vegetarian, vegan type foods. So in any event, indeed, there is a danger out there. We can't see it physically, but we know something is there, something's happening. What we need to do is not rely on someone else to give us the reason we're being told to socially distance ourselves from each other. Evil and deception has never left our reality and never will. It has actually been very, very busy behind the scenes doing heinous acts, and this will be displayed in all its ugliness soon. The virus is a major distraction. The entire world is being delivered the same lie. Stay away from each other, stay inside, or the virus will get you. Think about it. Has there ever been a time when evil has come out and told you exactly what it plans to do to you? Has evil ever admitted when it has done something wrong? And has it ever apologized for what it's done? Has it ever said it was sorry? Has there ever been a time when the whole world has been told a lie, the same lie? I can only think of one other instance where the whole entire world has been told the same lie. And believe it or not, we are currently within this lie. As people who were brought over here from across the sea, as a whole, we're being told, or people are being told about us, that we are a problem, that we are, as a whole, we're inferior, we're lazy, and we're nothing, pretty much. It is displayed for all the world to see, all the brutality, all the disrespect, all of that lie, that whole lie, this whole lie has been attempted to be told to the whole world. Whether or not the whole world believes it is another story. But the entire world has been told this major lie about us as a people. Those in charge has made it their business to make the whole world know or believe that although we are only 11 to 13% of the population over here in the Americas, that we have to be watched, we have to be viewed, we have to be thought of with disdain in all that we do, disregarding the few who rise above the fray to be in the limelight for all the world to see. Those people are in in my opinion, are in worse condition because they are dictated to. Once they sign their little contract, they are told what they can say and what they cannot say, what they can do and what they cannot do. That's why they don't do a whole lot for us, because that is one thing that they are mandated not to do. Do not get involved in the activities of what's going on down there. And if they are involved, it is just to find out information to use against us. But I'm not going to go there because that's not what I want to talk about. I want to talk about what's going on right now. But what I'm going to say is that we know the lie that is told about us is a lie, and there are other people who know it as well. And this lie is another lie that has been told to the entire world, and it is about who we are, what we represent as a whole, and how it's important for everyone to believe this lie. That is so amazing to me that a lot of effort is put into others believing this about us and us believing this about ourselves. Many other races know that is not true, but that's neither here nor there. I'm going to say this. You and I both know we've been told lies about what's going on. And this is nothing new. So we have to be proactive and turn away from the mainstream media and think. Think about how big this current deception really is. It involves the whole world. This should tell you something about the times we're living in. Some would even call it prophetic, and it just might be. If it involves the entire world, it has to be major. You know that. If you are in tune with your psyche and your spirit, and you are staying away from things that can deceive your spirit, then you know that something other than what we're being told is going on. Those in charge are about to unleash its greatest deception. I don't think the current Babylon, which is what I refer America as today, Babylon, this is not where we need to be as a people. Personally, I think we need to take our desire to separate to the next level. A good and trusted friend said recently in a video that he had put out, he said that when we were brought over here some 400 to 500 years ago, we did not have passports or visas, and we should not need them if we decide to leave as well. But whatever you do, use sound reasoning. Meditate regarding what the hell is really going on. Particularly meditate on how and why we are now being given money and why we will continue to be given money. Though we are a small group, our involvement in this current reality is vital towards everything they are planning to do. They speak lies, they deceive, they murder, they torture. They have been doing this from the beginning, and they will not stop. Get some sun in you. Wherever you are on this star, if the sun is out with the least amount of clothes you can bear, you need to be out in that sun. Meditate. Fast if you have to. Just do it so that you do not receive any outside influences. Your spirit should tell you what is and what is not a lie, because you know that when you are in tune with your own psyche, when a lie is presented to you, you can disregard that immediately. There's nobody can make you believe something that you know in your heart is true and correct. Now, not saying that we know exactly what's going on. We do not have privy to what is being said and planned behind the scenes. What we can control is what we believe, and that's a big part of their plans. They need for us to believe what they tell us. But you can easily reject through insight and discernment from meditation and just being in tune with who you are as an individual. And I'm talking to my people. I'm not talking to anyone else. I'm talking to my people that look like me, even though they found a way to take my picture off of the little thumbnail. I've been trying to get a picture back on there. I don't know what's going on with that. But in any event, you have to be in tune with yourself. And that can enhance itself by, first of all, getting rid of the toxins and things in your body that cloud your thinking. There are many things in the environment, the foods that we eat, the things that we drink that causes the brain not to function at an optimal level, thereby giving you the insight and discernment when you need it most, which is right now, by the way. So Sister Aja Lee on the Radical Home Sister, on the Radical Sister channel, you know that she has done major research on radiation and the events that took place in Japan, labeled as Fukushima, how radiation plays a major part in the deception as well. It's radiation is everywhere. You breathe it, you eat it, you drink it. It's in the rainwater that falls from the sky. So you need to get some of those metals and toxins out of your bloodstream so that you can begin to think clearer, because a lot of the things that take place in our lives is to cloud our thinking, is to dumb us down so that we don't know our right from our left, and we'll pretty much believe anything. And that should not be. So you can start by, Sister Ajali has a Fukushima A to Z on her channel, and it talks about some of the things you can do to bring on optimal understanding and getting that brain to work the way that it should, and how you need to detox and get some of those harsh metals and chemicals out of your system. And one of the things that I do is I make sure that I have natrium iodine, couple of drops every day. I drink it straight down with some spring water, distilled water, whatever. I just make sure I get that in my system, because what that tends to do is purify your bloodstream and expel those toxins that cloud the thinking. See, we need to be right thinking people right now more than ever. Stop with the social media and inputting all kinds of negativity and weirdness into your psyche, and turn off the mainstream TV. Meditate, get in the sun, fast if you have to, detox your spirit, your mind, get all of the things that is preventing you from seeing truth over a lie, because it's very, very important. There's so many lies being told. I hear people say, I don't know what to believe. Well, I do. I do. I know exactly what to believe and what not to believe, because if it's somebody on TV telling me to do something, chances are I'm going to do the opposite. You know what I mean? Because these people, anything they tell you, they control the mainstream media. Therefore, they control what you see, what you think, what you believe, and what you're seeing on that mainstream TV. It's a smokescreen, and it's infused with lies, it's infused with deception, it's infused with an agenda that they're trying to push onto individuals in this world right now. Because, like I said, the whole world is on lockdown. So what does that tell you? That tells you that you need to stop playing games, and what you need to do is get into yourself so that you can detect. You can be a lie detector. You can detect a lie when it gets anywhere near you. And I mean that, because then it'll be a lot easier for you to deal with the truth and reject the lies. You know what I'm saying? So there are a lot of people out here putting out videos and things of that nature, and we follow them. But the thing is, sometimes, even when you're listening to other individuals and you're in tune with yourself and your ability to judge right from wrong, you may even hear something that doesn't sit well with you, but there may be some truth in there as well. So you got to take the meat and, like, what's the sister's name? Sister Lashid, she said, and spit out the bones. So that's what you need to do. And pretty much, because anybody that takes the time and they look like us, they may not have it all correct, but there's something in there that you can hold on to and walk away from a video with some truth. I don't listen to very many channels any longer. Of course, I do subscribe to Focus R Us, and that's run by the Akan. I listen to Radical Sister because nobody does research like Sister Ajali does. So I advise anyone who's listening who does not know what I'm talking about, you just type in Fukushima in your search bar and her face should come up. Okay, if not, it's Radical Sister. You can write that down um, and go subscribe to her channel because she and her husband both have a wealth of knowledge and they do the research as far as well, pretty much everything that she puts out, she researches it. She's not going to put out anything that she has been told by another individual. She pretty much does the research and it shows. So she has remedies over there, uh, natural remedies to help heal your mind, body, and soul to get you to a point where you can discern right from wrong. Because right now, it is vital that we do that. Now, we all talk about separating, and that is major. We do need to separate, and I know for me, I want to plan on taking that to the next level, separate on out of Babylon and go where I need to be. And that's just another thing that you just thinking outside of the box, you might reject or receive it, but that's not the way it's supposed to be. You don't just listen to a person and do exactly what they tell you to do, because you have your own mind and your own spirit and your own understanding, and what's good for one person may not be good for you. And I would never tell an individual what to do because I'm going by what my psyche tells me to do. So with that being said, just want everybody to go away from this video with several things. The first one being, you got to know fact from fiction. And in order to know fact from fiction, you got to know that your brain is operating at its optimal level. And in order for it to do that, you got to do something. It's not going to just come. So you have to act. And the way that you act, again, is to detox. Get some sun in you. If you are brown or black or whatever color, my people are, because we come in various shades. Get out there, and if the sun is out today, you need to be out in it, and you need to not have your earphones on. You just need to meditate and think while you're sitting out there in that sun. Also, you want to meditate. You want to meditate about the state of the world. What's truth? What's fiction? And common sense will begin to speak to you. You got to get some of them toxins out. You really do. And the best way to do that is to do it naturally. Chemtrails, the foods, the water, everything has something in it that's designed to dull your senses. And if you don't want to continue to be dull, you want to be sharp, you want to be, quick thinking, because it's going to come a time where you're going to have to react quicker than you normally would have. But once you, get yourself to a point, and you don't have a whole lot of time either, you need to get yourself to a point where you can think and judge for yourself. I mean, it's okay to listen to other people because other people have done research in areas where you have not. And so that's why it's key to know what to listen to and what not to listen to, because there's a lot of fake news out here. And there's a lot of our people who are paid agents to come out here and say a little bit of truth mixed with lies, but the lies is what's prevalent, and you believe that stuff because they're paid agent. Once you get to a certain status and you're in the limelight and you are someone who is known as a celebrity, what comes out of their mouths half the time, more than half the time, is what's been told them to say to keep us in a state of confusion, which we don't need. We don't need to be distracted. We need to be right-thinking people, because guess what? Intellect and knowledge, particularly knowledge, comes from one source. So when you hear people thinking and saying the same thing that you are, that means they're getting their information from that one source, because it's one source of information, which is truth. And if you don't know what the truth is, you're going to go for anything. You can't fall for anything right now, because the whole world at the same time is being deceived. And you got to be able to know right from wrong. So just coming on here to let you know that you need to get some sun, you need to detox, you need to meditate, you need to fast, you need to get into and turn off that mainstream media. turn it off, because that's just designed to keep you in a state of fear and a state of running to the government as if they have the answer. They have not had the answer in a very long time. And I just can't remember when. I just cannot. So this is Mother of a Mind, and I think I've been talking for over 20 minutes, and that's a long time for me. You know that, since I have not been up here. But I have taken off some of the older videos because we're living in new times, so I need to come at you with some new information. So for now, I'm going to sign off and just say thank you so much for listening. Take heed, be on alert, and don't believe the lies. Think for yourself. Be spiritual. That's what we were made to be. And we cannot do that in separation of the sun. We need that. We need that because we get lots of vital information from the sun, just from being in the sun. It helps to clear your thoughts in your mind. So with that being said, I'm going to sign off. Just hope everyone have a great day, and I'll be back soon with some more information. Alrighty, bye-bye.